I mean, we've been through a gauntlet lately and continue to fight, continue to stay together, work hard. I was really proud of our, not only just the way we practiced this week, but the way we cared for one another. I thought we cared for one another really well, and so I'm happy that we can have a night that would have some fun and celebrate the work that we've put in. But win or loss, I would say we've been really proud of this team, throughout the season, and so excited to see us continue to battle and get better.
You have two such excruciating losses last week at Arizona State, 5 overtimes total. To show the resilience to come back today, how hard was that?
It really wasn't hard. I think just because the character that we have on this team, it's kind of easy to learn from those, whatever happened last week, and just kind of move forward and focus on the next game.
Talk about the celebration. It was kind of a big crowd today. You had your last regular season game against Oregon. Even though you're both moving to the Big Ten, how does it feel, at least for the regular season, kind of get the last laugh in that big rivalry game?
It's a great team. It's a really great team. Oregon's a great team, really well-coached team. I will play for years to come, and I thought it was a great battle tonight.
The battle, it seems like you had a battle today from every player on the court. You had 8 players record at least 10 minutes, and then specifically on Olivia, kind of midway through that first quarter, she comes in with Jada, gets into foul trouble, hits 3 huge shots and kind of puts some juice back in the team. So
yeah.
How much were you encouraged by her today, having those extended minutes and just making the most of them?
We've been encouraged by her in practice. I mean, she just has gone to work. It takes a minute to get physically there sometimes, and she's put all the work in to get there. And you could see it coming the last few weeks, and so just proud of the work that she's put in, and I thought that was evident today.
Clay, they scored the first 4 points of the fourth quarter, and then after that, I think you had 8 points the rest of the quarter, and you guys obviously came back. What was the key to coming back in the fourth quarter?
I mean, I feel like it was just defense. I think just like locking in on the specific details of what we were trying to focus on. I think like our culture at the end of the day, I feel like that's just kind of what sealed it. I mean, we try to keep culture at everything that we do, whether that's tap-ups, staying strong. We know that they were trapping us a lot the last 5 minutes of the game, so I think just trying to like stay strong in that, and they were coming at us really hard in the paint, so I think just trying to be smart with the fouls.
Were you looking to score more in the fourth quarter once they took the lead or not?
No, I mean, I think I was just kind of taking what they were giving me. I mean, Jada had some really nice passes, so shout out to her. But I think we're good at like finding each other in our spots. We played together for a couple years, so I think that helps. But we have a lot of good pieces around us, so.
Coach, what do you tell your team, after suffering such tough losses, to keep them motivated, keep them playing hard? I
think that we're proud of them. I think every time we've come off the floor, we've known we've gotten better at some things, and we've known there's things that we can improve on, and just staying, true to the process and loving each other, and I think they've done an incredible job of that. So just really proud of us continuing to battle and excited for our next game.
As the fourth quarter's wrapping up, you're up, I think, 60-56. In DeLeo, you take that really big charge to turn over. Was that the kind of moment you felt like you had this game really in your control?
Sorry, could you read that one more time?
Yeah, when kind of late in that fourth quarter, they have the ball, they can either cut to 2 or cut to 3. You take that really big charge to force a turnover, and then I think it was Chloe or Hannah, I think it was Hannah actually, hit that 3 on the next possession to go up by 7. So was that charge kind of the big moment where you felt like you were in control of this game?
I think it was just momentum. Like, we feed off of each other's energy, and obviously, like, I try to give back to my team in that way, whatever it is that I can do for them. But yeah, that was a big 3 by Hannah, and we just kind of just stayed together, stayed tight, and she took it when she was open. So we know she can make those.
3-point shooting was really good today. I think the first half, you're 5 for 12. Ari hits the buzzer beater 3 that puts you up by 4, which proved to be pretty instrumental down the stretch. So what was it about the passing or just the looks today that was getting you pretty good efficiency from 3?
I just thought they did a great job in prep this week. We knew we would face a zone. It's been a minute since we've seen a zone, and it took us a second to settle in, and I thought Lauren came out and kind of set the tone, and then each player, you could go through the list and had a moment that understood what we were looking for in the zone offenses, and so I think just the prep.
Just some of those initial moments, Lauren, you have 13 first half points, which was really big when pretty initially they were having really whatever they wanted down low. I think it's like a double question. What were they doing down low that was working so well with getting layups and free throws? And then what were you doing in those early moments to kind of keep the team afloat?
I mean, they're tall. They're really tall, so it's kind of hard to keep them in the paint. But they're just great players, and you got to give them credit to taking advantage of their strengths. And on the offensive side, I think we did the same thing. We really passed the ball well today. We had 20 assists, and shout out Savia had 10 assists, which is crazy. So yeah, just passing the ball, I think.
Xavier had 10 assists, but also seemed to have really good defensive pressure. You won the turnover battle today, 16-10. I know there was some time in the second quarter where she looked like she had a steal and they called for a foul, but it looked pretty clean from the press area. So I guess the defense today, what was going so well, at least in the perimeter, where you were able to get that pressure, especially in the fourth quarter? I know Xavier, I think, had 1 or 2 steals there too.
Yeah, I think that we just understood how we wanted to play people, and we made some adjustments. I mean, they have some great players that had, went on some runs themselves individually, and I thought our team did a great job of adjusting and just making some adjustments to keep the ball pressure on.
Talk about growth a little bit, even in your previous 2 games with Arizona and Arizona State. Sometimes we're maybe 1 shot away from clinching that game, but today, especially in those final moments, as a team, you were super composed, getting those stops, and then even at the end, 11 of 12 from the free throw line in the final 3 minutes. And I know I don't play freshman basketball, but I know those are pretty big free throws that maybe have a bit more weight at the end of the game. So as a team, how did you stay composed and just deliver in those final minutes?
Well, I think it's experience. I mean, we've been in 3 overtimes, 5 overtimes this past weekend, so just learning and growing from each situation and really capitalizing on that in this game.
Any final questions?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you for
night.
being here.